Hello, hello, hello. Cyber Skies. I hope I pronounce your name correctly. If I don't, please let me know. Very glad to see you in. That you made it in one of my streams. And yeah, so we will switch to the game, I think. There we are. We are in a part of my map where I did some build this afternoon in another stream. And started the stream before as well. And yeah, I built this station for the German called Technisches Hilfswerk. It's a disaster response unit in Germany, and I think in Austria as well. It is called Technisches Hilfswerk. Yeah. It's nearly completed. Yeah, I customized this vans a little bit. Again, sinking in the ground. This evening, this afternoon, I had to put it back on the correct level. Now again, going on, always in sinking in the ground. I customized this vans with the logo of the PHV, and yeah, did a lot of decals, put a lot of decals on the ground, and meanwhile in the break I downloaded some stuff I want also to put in here, because this disaster response unit is yeah, made for technical relief, so there have to be, or they're fitting some things for technical services. That's a typical thing for this disaster response unit. The generator, I think I will put him onto the trailer because it's very big. And yeah, light always very needed when there are disasters, and they need light at night. Some little excavators could be possible for them too. Here I have sandbags. Last year, the PHW PHW services were needed in Germany when there was a big flood in Western Germany last year, and yeah, there was one of the most important things to have a lot of sandbags, and I think I will store some of the containers as well here, and then this little build finished. Okay, let's go. types are also something. When the infrastructure is broken, is damaged, the Technisches Hilfswerk is the first organization who tries to bring the mostly needed infrastructure back to the people. So this stuff here would seem that asset. There's also one this kind where the lights are up. Scythe, if you're only lurking, really appreciate it to have you in also as a lurker. There are so many people in the community. There were so many people stopping by from the community these days. In this week, I started streaming. That is really great. I hadn't thought that so many of them will stop by. So many people, also streamers, YouTubers, asset creators, as you are, who I really yeah, look up to a little bit, and it was really, really, really nice that I had the possibility to show my stuff to the community, or I still have the possibility to show my stuff. And yeah, I have a lot of fun with it, to show stuff to the community. 2 years of only building by myself in City Skylines. And yeah, it was at the time to go out and show everyone what I am doing. It brings a lot of new vibe into my building to do this. So it was a very good decision, I think. Is it possible to make the big ones here, adjust them here? Yes. Oh no, it's not possible. They are terrain conforming, huh? I think only need the small ones here. Pile of sand would be good. Yeah, sandbags and pile of sand. Great. Don't have really a pile. I have the sand decal. That is also good. Would like to do heck. Black, black. No, a lot of people don't like these tags. They, I don't like them really as well. They are not street art for me, but yeah, they are something what is in cities and what is in be there for realistic. Little bit of thing of the youth revolution against the adults, I think. So on with the stairs, for sure not. Only be the ones that are in that shape to be stored there, used or stored for times when they are needed. Don't know why there are these different in this pack. Window on the side, different. These ones are totally the same. Okay, this one is one for the top, and this one also. Yeah, okay. Them here. Here. Both. Ones. There he is. Cyber guys. Back in chat. Hey, no worries. Very glad to have you in for some minutes. Yeah, I don't know exactly where you come from, but I think as I that much that I know you are from Europe as well, aren't you? And yeah, it's late in Europe, and I am in Western Europe. I'm Western Germany, so here's 1 o'clock in the morning, but it's Saturday, and I have time to do a late stream, and I like to do a late stream today. Would be playing Skylines without stream as well, so why not streaming? And yeah, enjoy sleep. Sleep well. And see you next time. Like it. Leave it like this. Here really is needed is lights, lamps. But I don't have them at the moment. Oh, this one was down to have a look at. We forgot about them. There's vanilla lamp. Lights. That fit there. Vanilla. Something like this. Great. A little bit smaller, but that is not a problem today with prop anarchy. Perhaps. Great. I think we have to check it. So. Don't know. I think I want other floodlights. Or this one. Well, the road light be. The road lights are nice for here, I think. It. Yeah, I think I will go with them. Here one here. Needed. And we'll put it. This one. So in the middle. I was a fan of what is it called? No, synchronity. Something like more here. think, well, das passt gut. Back to daytime. Put that in the collection. Very special lamp. Okay. Dann geht es nun weg von hier. Wieder zurück in die Stadt. Another thing. I downloaded some grass. Therefore, putting it in collection. Put back here. I think so. Go away. Have a look. Last downloads. I realized that there was still some in here. Shouldn't be there. Okay. There were these big issues with the workshop rigs, but I was lucky. Only one time, little problem, one asset, this one missing, but not problems in that dimension as so many other people had. Okay, I wanted to do have the grass downloaded for what position? Find me. Ah, it was there. And at the water treatment plant. And where is the grass now? Ah, up. And I can These are assets by Pidalmo, one of the best asset creator when it comes to nature, trees, grass, things like that. That's much too high. Out. Ah, geez. That thinks I'm too much in the ground. I'm a little bit together anyway. Ah, not the first. Big bush. Bigger than normal. not that empty there part anymore. Now we will back to the city. Okay. It's nearly complete. Right, the houses. Inside there, won't have. A boss. Something else I don't want to have. Also, fine. Fence. Oh, could be some car parking. cars have. Next project. I won't use Surface Paint anymore. Okay, first some big trees. Bigger trees. So many big ones are not possible here. Huh? Okay. That one as well. Okay, some little things I want to add here. Big, bigger. Row. Here. Opacity here. I think that they are seen. Distance. I think is better. needed here. I think so. Cars equals. Go. Michael the Giant. Hey. Thank you so much for the follow. Haven't I seen you at Anti-Tiles stream last time? Some minutes or hours ago? Is it possible? Some colors. What the colors here? One. Hey, Michael. I'm fine. Isn't that early here in Western Germany? In the middle of the night, 2 a.m. But it's Saturday, and yeah, I had a lot of fun to look for some things in the workshop. Or started at least the second time today, and now doing some detailing. In the city. This is the old town of my city, Central European style. There's a lot to build. In the end, I want to reach fully built area from here, from this highway to this part between these rivers. You're from the Netherlands. Okay, then we have the same time. Yeah, not so. There's not so much distance between us. Yeah. Yeah. Then this building style isn't unusual for you to see. I think here are some buildings what would fit in a built Netherlands style perhaps as well. And now question, these two buildings, what are these buildings? Now I will see if you're really a Dutch person or only telling you are one. Wait a minute. I decided for these Dutch buildings here at the central station area. This build is not inspired by a specific country or specific region. Yeah, region perhaps. Yes, Central Europe. A lot of German inspiration. Then the Netherlands. Some French perhaps, because I will have a big. Yeah, that's from Amsterdam. Central Station from Amsterdam and Rijksmuseum from Amsterdam. And I want to do a big government district here, somewhere in this part. And I think there will be some inspiration from Brussels or and Strasbourg, in the style of the European Union government districts. Yeah. So here, clearly German, the Dome of Cologne, but another Dutch building. I like it very much, also from Amsterdam. I don't know the name at the moment. Right. Do it with that option here. That building very much. So it's a little bit mixed. Everything here. But yeah, means to be a Central European build. I don't know why these people stay in the fountain. I don't think they are from the park people generator. They are from the building itself, aren't they? Ah, good fix. Michael, are you building city skylines yourself, or are you just watching? Watching Skyline streams. I forgot some bushes, trees. Bigger. Sad. I need less white. What I do? Erase something that I didn't want to. I'm waiting to buy a PC. I was waiting for 1 year as well. Because of the mainly because of the prices for the graphic cards that were insane. At the moment they are much better, getting better and better. And yeah, I waited till end of January to buy a new PC because of graphic cards, and I wanted to wait for the new generation of Intel CPUs. Yeah. I think it isn't needed every time to get a new PC for City Skylines. But if you want to do a really yeah, a really detailed build, like yeah, a lot of people, streamers are doing, or like me as well. Meanwhile, yeah, you need a little bit more CPU power, and you need a little bit more RAM, I think. Graphic cards isn't that important for City Skylines, but the CPU power and the amount of RAM is important. The amount of RAM is the more important, the more workshop assets you want to use. I don't know if you like the music. I like electronic music, but also a lot of other styles. And if you don't like it, please tell me. No problem to change to some lo-fi beats, for example. So this is the thing. Every time again, somewhere on the map, a lot of people are come together and freeze at a point, but luckily there is a mod is able to fix that. Oh, okay, fine. Fine that you are fine with the music. Yes. Traffic manager I need for this. And there is reset stuck sims and vehicles. Now you can see they head off. Like the little waves when you throw a stone into water. So, yeah. Okay. What I did was for the backyards here, I think I have finished that now, and I will go on with this part. The town hall of Torun, I think it's from Poland. The mayor is in. Hey, I think I have to say good morning to you, huh? Mayor just woke up in Australia. Yeah, good morning from down under. I am still awake. We saw earlier in your stream that was in the at noon my time. Yeah, and now it's 2 a.m. in Germany. Oh, wanted to do it another way. Just forgot. Ah yeah. Correct, Mayor. You didn't see that before, so I'll give you a little tour. My city. The map. I first wanted to make a map by myself, then I started, and then I realized that is so much work, and I have to learn a lot to do a proper map. So I decided to go with the map from the workshop and do some adjustments time by time in game. I have not changed the vanilla trees till now in this part of the map. What I won't build on, but they should be changed at least in the parts what are for screenshots of the city in the background later far away. That's not the problem. So, and the area I want to build on this map is everything between this highway and these two rivers. So from here, all this. This is intended to be an Central European build, and I decided to go with an old town what developed from the medieval time until now, and so the road layout is made with very no straight roads, always a curve in it, a lot of narrow streets, with these buildings, and having only these small distances between the buildings. First I wanted to use more of these one-way streets, but then I realized when I do all this not a low density build with only the one-way streets, the traffic will be a big mess when the city grows, and so I decided to go with this narrow one-way streets, cobblestone one-way streets, and this style two-way cobblestone streets as well, with them in tram style from Plus. Very great assets for tram network. Has Klaus on his workshop, and yeah, I started here in this part. A lot of buildings by Titan from the Baroque and the Renaissance time, and timber houses. This was the first thing I detailed in this city. A little marketplace in this part of the town. If it's not Baroque, don't fix it. I don't think I know this this term. Is it where is it from? Michael, no worries. Take sleep. I don't know if I am here later, really. So I think I will do some hours from now, 2 hours or something like that, and then I will have my sleep as well. Ah, Mayor. Joke because Baroque sounds a little like broke. Baroque, yeah. Thanks for the explanation. So next time I'm not that guy that doesn't understand the joke. That's very good. Sometimes it's a little bit difficult to understand things like that if it's not your native language. So thank you very much. Yeah, Michael, see you perhaps later after my sleep at the day, and have a good night. Thanks for the follow, and nice to have had you here. Okay, Mayor. So here a lot of buildings of that style, but then there come some buildings from a new time as well in it. Here, for example, this is meant to be a hotel. I have to do some signs for hotels and restaurants by myself with textures because on the workshop are not so many, and yeah, there will be some detailing with signs in the future. When I finished that here in this part, I upgraded an old hospital that got 2 newer parts. I like how it fits in for me, and yeah, I think that's something what is in Europe in a lot of towns, that old buildings are combined with new buildings, and this was the first one where I decided to do such a build, and there are some more where I did it. For example, here, this is intended to be a hotel as well, and built in the backyard in bar for the hotel in a new style, and put the terrace on top of the roof for the guests, and some restaurant tables there. Yeah, and this year the PDXCon is in town, in city. Render distance is not good. Little bit more render distance we need with. Isn't that bad? Okay. Darker. Every time you go again through your city, you see some things to fix. Yeah, this is meant to be a hotel. Here some newer commercial style buildings are combined with this old asset. Oh, old asset, but this asset of an old town building from Amsterdam. Ah, right, Mayor. I remember the pictures you put into Discord for me from your office, where there were your lunch break, where there were these nice churches and the old buildings in the mix with this very, very modern style buildings. Yes, I saw that. Yeah, that is great. I like that. I like that mix. Yeah. This is a big cathedral from Germany, the Cologne Dome. I decided to do to be this the main cathedral in this build, and having a big plaza in front of it. Yeah, there's a small coffee shop. Here's the tourist information. Also, fountain sculpture and graveyard beside. Graveyard to have some green inside, and the park nearby the hospital. At this part, the side, I have the riverside, the police station and some parking here. And some cafes. This is an old building, an old storage building, now a school. Again, restaurant. Here, little place with street art. Here, plaza with a Van Beethoven statue and some cafe restaurants. Yeah. So that's the main style of this part here of the city. When we get more in this part, the building styles are changing a little bit from the Renaissance and Baroque buildings by Titan and timber houses by Titan, more to some old town buildings from a city, what was in the near of the town I grew up, Münster in Germany. And yeah, this complete set is from that town, and I wanted to have that in a place where, yeah, it's visible very good. And here again, a modern building. In this part, the detailing isn't finished. A new hotel. I think this asset nearly everyone knows. I think King Leno made one for the new Airports DLC from this asset to work as an airport hotel. When is the detailing ever finished? I don't know. At the moment, I try to be a little bit, yeah, I try to hold me back a little bit with too much detailing, because I want to have a city with more than 3 FPS in 1 year, when 1 year, or in at that time when most of the areas is built. I want still have a map where I can move my camera, and it's always a fight. How many details am I doing? And for now, I think I will do a little bit less detailing. I hope it's not too less. But I can put more details into it later, perhaps. There comes a time when I realize, okay, my PC can manage much more detailing, so I will go through the old town and put some more details in it. Yeah, but there will be some areas that are detailed very much. Here in this area, this will be one of the most viewed things, this promenade and this little island with the bridges, the pedestrian bridges over there, over it, will be one of the most viewed areas of the city for sure. And I don't hold me back here with detailing. I don't think so. Yeah. At the moment I'm here in this part of the city with detailing. I built a custom bus station here. I built that plaza and will do this block now. And yeah, I don't know if it finished in this stream. I want to build here an underground garage for this residential building. Here are the first of my custom signs that I'm making for this city. I have some realistic custom signs for restaurants, for hotels. Yeah. So it's a big project. You know projects, big projects, one-to-one is much more difficult to do properly than this. But I have another project in Southern European one. I think I told you in one of your streams in the chat. The first build was the Southern European one, my first detailed big build, and I started it in August 2020, and it's not finished now. And I think I will, if I can manage to yeah, stay alive with that saves. I think there will be 1 or 2 years more finish it sometimes or never finish it. And this, I know with the experience from the last from the first project, will last for some years as well. Yeah. And I don't know a lot of people who finish cities. I think Acruas is one of the guys in the YouTube streamer community I saw finish in a city. Yeah, there's some more. There's some guys like Strict Toaster finished an idol, and yeah, there are some guys, but most people in the community have problems with finishing their builds. And meanwhile, it's not really a problem for me. But it's like that. When I started these Skylines, I had a lot of pressure, felt a lot of pressure that I have to get more done, have to finish something. I always saw these YouTube guys that upload every week an episode, and I thought, well, how can they do that? I am so slow with building. But then I started to watch streams by the same guys. And then I realized they are not that fast, but they build a lot of hours to do a video of 30 minutes. Eight, 7, 1 or 2. Yeah, sometimes it's easier to start a new city for sure. So since October, I did not build my European city, and I will try to bring it back. When I left that city, everything was okay with it, but yeah. Meanwhile, there are new mods. I use other mods here, and there are mods that I don't want to miss when I play the old build again, and I will try to set up them on this build, on the older build, and I had the thought a week ago when it does not if it's not possible to bring it back to life with the actual mods, start a new European build, because there are so much more other inspirations at this time now, and I would do a lot of things in another way than I started with in 2020. So many new assets, and then I will start off with a new build. And you are with your Italian town, one of the guys who is one of the biggest inspiration for me to do, or in what style to do a new Southern European build. I don't have a problem that some parts of the city are in an old building style, technique style. For me, I can be confident with older parts of the city not looking as newer parts of the city, and that would not be the main problem. But if I cannot use the new mods in the city, and I always, when I switch from city to city, have to adjust my building style from today to old building style, because I cannot use the newer mods. That is a no-go for me. That would be a no-go. I don't want to do. not big enough. So PO will help us. Ah, doing yacht club. I always have a problem with that spoken in English. I don't know really, but I think it's yacht club. Um, yeah, a yacht club is still very needed. I think there is this yacht club from yacht club yacht club. Okay, the club for the boats. The club for the boat. I think there's one from the Monaco series by Puck Gaming. A good one, nice one, special one, and there are not that many others. I think that are really in good quality. So looking forward to your attempt. That was a correct pronunciation, the correct thing how it was spoken. Yacht club. Only fixing the error at the end. What errors do you mean? Is it with the texture or is it with the modeling? I think the most difficult part is to do it really do it properly for the game. To optimize for the game. That it does not have too much vertices, trees, and does not have so much load on the GPU or CPU. The UV map. Yeah, I want to start doing some asset creation by myself. In the next month, I hope I will have the mind for that. And yeah, I collecting information the last half a year about asset creation, being in contact with Comrade Intense, and watching his videos and being in his Discord, and to get some information now. What is the proper way to get started? And yes, the UV map is for sure something I had to look, had to have a look to understand what the UV map is and what the challenge is with the UV map. So if I understood it right, it's for optimization very important to don't have so many parts of the UV map the UV map where not a texture for parts of the model are stored, not so much empty spaces between. I think if that's right, I have understand something. Yeah, we talked about that T-Box City Walls tutorial. That was one of the first things I saw about asset creation. The tutorials he made for the official site, and yeah, that was same as for you. For me, the beginning to think about doing assets and to beginning to think about, am I able to do asset creation? But yeah, and as you said to me in a stream, said to me in the stream, when you can use EO properly, asset creation isn't that big thing in Blender. I will have a look at it and I will give you feedback if I share this opinion. Okay, what do I want to do on this plaza? For sure we need some tree. Yeah, Comment Intense has a lot of tutorials on his website and in his Discord. On his website there is nearly everything you need to learn it properly. And yeah, I decided to stay in contact with him and his community and get feedback by them and yeah, follow them to learn it. Yeah, if you do an asset creation stream, I hope it will be at a time when I can join. This asset creation streams for City Skylines are really, really rare in on Twitch. Yeah, you are the only person I know who says that sentence. If you can PO, you can create assets. You are the only person who really said this. So what was Turkits searching for a planter? I'm not that used now for in having conversation and building at one time. So there are always moments where my mind is only thinking about what to speak. One thing is that English is not my native language, and I have not used English, spoken English, a lot of years. I had a job some years ago where I needed it, but I have to get into that again for sure. What nice. Oh, it will be Cyber Sky told you. He was in my stream at the beginning when I started the stream. And yeah, I know. What are you doing here on my plaza? I hate it so much. These cars crossing everything and they will want to park. Mayor, you're German. But how many German teaching lessons did you have in your life? Okay, I'm a little bit older. Yeah, I'm nearly 40 years old, and at that time in Germany it was not normal to start that early with English lessons at school as they are that as they do today. But I started with 11 years and had lessons. Yeah, had lessons 9, Mayor. Yes, that's a good word. That was correct. I had lessons for 6, 7 years in school in English. I liked it very much, but school English is so different from everything. Everything what you then use in the reality. The spoken English is so different, and yeah, then next time I used my English was on vacation when I went with 22 to Thailand. But there were some native speakers. My diving coach, for example, was an American guy, and some other tourists. But Thai people, the Thai people are not that good in English, and yeah, so it's a lot of having practical experience with the language, I think. You studied French. I had some years of French as well, but I could not say more than one sentence now in French. I understand some things in French, but I'm not really counting it as a language I am able to speak. What was this? Was a very more than 1 ounce. What is this? Not ounce. Only the white ounce. Is that big? Change. Bit smaller one here. We'll need that one here. Oh, the shadow flickering again. That's for me one of the biggest problems of City Skylines at the moment. If we don't count the problems with the workshop that hopefully were, I hope so, that it's time is now over, that they make problems that shadow flickering. Time for another coffee. Enjoy your coffee. I had not really problems with it. I had one asset missing, was this one. There was a gap one day, 2 weeks ago, and no one was speaking about the issues. But yeah, I subbed it again and put it again back to its place, and then I had no problems. Yeah, but there were guys who had so many assets missing that they could not really believe that it's their city, what they built before. Yeah, mods would be the biggest problem. But I don't know if you use load order tool, the exe file with what comes with the load order mod. And if you use that, and if you do check before starting loading a save, do check if there are missing assets. It can't be, you can't run into big problems if you really check that every time you load save. There are also some other options. Chameleon posted it, the options to get sure that you are not one of the corrupted, that you not have one of the corrupted workshop downloads. I don't know if it was posted in Cities Cafe as well. Perhaps I could do it if you need it. There are options without load order mod as well, but load order mod, in my opinion, is one of the must-have mods because of other mods that are depending on each other, and the mod regulates what mods are loaded first when you load a save game, and I think everyone should have every modded City Skylines player should have this mod. And the load order tool is only an additional tool which you can use but not must use, and yeah, so without load order mod should be not really an opinion today anymore. I think I take the vanilla benches here, huh? Perhaps I adjust the planters a bit. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I think you should get it. I can understand that not everyone is always on the has news information about all that mods and developing what is in the background. Needs so much time always to check the workshop for these new things. But I have a little bit more time at the moment, and or in the last 2 years I had it as well, and so I checked a lot of things, and I had contact to Chameleon, and he's such a nice guy who helps so much the people who have problems or to prevent problems, and he checked with me some weeks ago my mod list, and told me some things about what is going on in the modding community, and yeah, I had the load order mod before, and but there I was assured again that this is must-have mod. Not the tree. A lot of things with the mods are also information that I get in other streams or in YouTube videos where I talked about it. I don't know if you are in other streams or watch YouTube videos. That is also a time factor. How many of them is possible to follow to really watch. It's always a decision to yeah, what is important to myself, where to put my time in. Or do I want to put that much time into watching YouTube and streams? Meanwhile, I watch more streams than YouTube. That was different the years before. I'm relatively new to the Twitch community. Started watching Twitch in January. But the interaction with the streamer and the other ones, the stream and the chat, so nice. I don't want to miss that. And yeah, as I told, I have a little bit more time at the moment, and for sure for the next year as well. Yeah, and you learn more. Not only learn or watching streamers. For me, it's really important that I see in real time what they are doing. And in the time lapses on YouTube, they're often 20, 30 hours of building put into a video of half an hour. And yeah, at the beginning my City Skylines career, I was always thinking, how can they build that much in that time? That is impossible to me. Yeah, but with the streams, I realized the first streamers I saw were guys that are also do YouTube videos like Acros and Skibbeth, and thinking, hey, that guys are human as well. They don't need that less time that I need for building similar things, and took a lot of pressure from my shoulders. The pressure I had, always thinking I'm not fast enough in building. I have to get done more. In less time. And meanwhile, with the streamers, the contact to the community, the first nearly 2 years of City Skylines was only building alone. My builds at home. At home, I'm building nowadays for sure. Yeah, for sure as well. But now I have the contact to the community, and I can see that I am not as talented, not too slow in building, and I'm much more relaxed with everything, because I know all the people playing this game have these struggles from time to time. What means you build at 1.5 speed? the way the speed you are building is is for me not the simulation speed. Yeah. Or do you mean your YouTube stuff? Okay. Sometimes there are tracks here. Don't want. With the one-to-one build, you have to plan a lot, huh? Yeah. So that is another thing. I am a person who likes planning. Yeah. I am a person who likes that, but also I realize there are sometimes it's not good for me to plan too much, and because of that, I decided to have a big plan in mind for City Skylines for my builds, but I want to have always some freedom to decide while doing, letting the inspiration flow, if I can say that, letting the inspiration flow and decide while doing the stuff what I really do, so that I do this here, like in that style. I decided in that moment. I had the idea. That moment, I looked at it, and yeah. Sometimes I delete some things when I did them, because I see it does not fit totally. But I have plans for my city builds, but I also want to be relaxed with these buildings. But my history regarding planning and feeling stressed with trying to succeed, trying to reach goals that I planned in my mind. Isn't that easy? Life told me that that is not something what helping me to be healthy. There's 1, 2. Don't like that there's one window and there are 2 windows. Oh, I will a little bit bigger. Yeah, no creative license. But it depends on how strict you want to be one-to-one. I don't think a real one-to-one is possible in most situations in this game. What do you think? Hey, you are doing your own assets. That's a big step. Get more realistic, I think. But there are much more things you not a really one-to-one. I think always compromise, isn't it? %. So 80% reality means 80% of being one-to-one that place what is on Google Maps or you can find on photos, or that 80% realism that it can be built. It can be done in that style, and it's near the original. Oh. Need some trees and yeah, I'm really impressed by the things you are doing with the one-to-one build in Wellington, and also your Italian build. What isn't a one-to-one, if I'm right? Really do some stuff what is big. Late, my English gets more worse. Yeah, you do a lot of effort, put a lot of effort in it, and I'm really impressed with that asset creation for the one-to-one build, and yeah, I can understand why you do that or why some people do that. For me, it's a decision. I couldn't do big one-to-one build because it would be stressy for me at one point. Yeah, and you see it that the Italian coast build is influenced by reality. Yeah? If you don't look at Google Maps or Google Earth, you cannot build like that. I don't think you can build like that if you live in that area, because from the view from the top, you don't have if you are on Street View. You don't realize the things like that. A set of bushes fitting well here. With the red, have it in mind what is camellia shrub. Root here. Oh. Oops. How much time did you spend now on that two builds? I know Wellington and the Italian one. How many months are you in that build? Yeah. Yeah, doing good progress, I think. You did all that stuff with asset creating in that time. Yeah, that's the thing. I assumed that there's a point you get a little bit tired doing that one-to-one builds. Or yeah, for me it was the same with doing a certain style of build, and yeah, then I started this new city, and when I started my first big build, the Southern European one, I wanted to finish it before I start a new one. I don't wanted to switch around between the builds, but yeah, then there was this point where I really realized that it takes years, or almost years, almost 3-4 years to get to that point that I need to be confident with it. And that time I decided to relax with getting finished or getting some planned things done, and making pressure to build more often. And yeah. But before, it was for me something what was what correct word? Look for it. What was the attraction of a lot of things in my life? The attraction was to get things done, to manage to let things work properly, and yeah, and there was always making a plan and doing everything what is needed to realize the plan. And don't want to do that anymore. That style. So still have a plan, but I try to have more flexible plan than I had before. Yeah, that I made from the beginning, or not totally from the beginning, but yeah, last year and the beginning, one or 1.5 years ago, I realized that I have to make collections or something like that of all assets I have in a game. I've subbed in a game, and so I have collections that I can sub and unsub easily. Another thing is load order tool. You have the possibility to make profiles, and it subs and unsubs automatically to it. Yeah, but there are the settings from the mods that have to be saved and changed, I think. And so I always had a little bit, yeah, what's pain in the stomach when I was thinking about doing a lot of often switches between different builds. Yeah, don't know what your experience is with that. Is it really such a pain? What time does it take for you to switch between the two cities? Eh, not the tree. You have another Steam account. Okay. Is it only account where you sub the workshop, or do you switch the accounts to play the different cities? Because I had the idea to do another account, and with the family option you can play the game from the main account on the other account as well, with 3. And Chameleon told me that all people he knows who tried to do that had a lot of issues with doing that, because playing with that family account was not always possible in that way you are used to with the main account. Okay, that is a setup I didn't heard before. One Steam account for building, one for asset creation, one to be subscribed to everything. But the one to be subscribed to everything, that is only needed so that you don't have to when you resub, so that you don't have to download all the data of the assets again. Am I right? So what to put in here? I think here should be a fountain or a monument. Yeah. Did you ever do it without the extra account with the subs? Did it take a lot to resub to everything? But I did not really think about that before, that it could be pain to the resub and downloading everything again. Okay. I'm living in an area that is more not really in a town or in a bigger city, but my internet connection isn't bad. Download is 50,000 kilobytes per second, and wouldn't expect much problems with that. I think I will have a try, and perhaps then if it's not good working, your setup with the different accounts, There's a solution I have in mind from now on. $100 to 200 kilobytes. Okay, then yeah, don't know how many gigabytes of workshop you have in your builds, but for me there are both builds together. I do regularly backups. Both builds together have at the moment I think 130 gigabytes. So don't know. Now I have to here pass. So this guy walking out. Because they are not made by me. Hope be okay. What is also needed here inside? I think some bushes as well. Always good. One little tree. You use your phone at home. Okay. Yeah. You don't live directly in Melbourne, I assume now. I cannot imagine that in Melbourne it could be that bad internet connection. There's a door. Door. I realize that my concentration is worse and worse. So 3:30 a.m. I think I will do so much more today, this night. Half an hour, I think. On second screen, I have have another streamer, Anti-Tile. Don't know if you know him. He's now live 8 hours and 16 minutes. You can make it past midnight. Ah. For me, it's easier in the night, I have to tell you. But I was always, always a night owl. I always liked being killed. Killed well with being awake the whole night. Did shift working a lot of years in my life, and the night shifts were always better for me than the morning shifts. More easy to stay up till 6 a.m. than wake up at 6 a.m. Ah, you like to sleep for a long time. I can sleep. I like sleep as well. So, but for me, it's always a thing of when I'm awake, I don't want to go to bed, and when I'm in my bed, I don't want to leave the bed. Okay, need some benches. Well, Trash bin. Yeah, I'm cranky without 7 hours, I would say. Yeah. There are a lot of people in my my surrounding that don't understand that I have that big problems with sleeping less than 7 hours. Yeah, but it is what it is. Yeah? I don't feel well the whole day if they. I think one or 2 days was 6 hours are okay, but then I don't feel okay all day if I don't get at minimum 7 hours. Okay, guys, enough since there. What one I take outside? That's from the stats side of life here. shadow flickering. Hope they will fix it sometime. I didn't know that your flight to New Zealand was that early, but I can imagine because next week I'm going on vacation with my girlfriend to Italy, and we have to be at the airport latest 6 a.m. and we have to drive 1.5 or 2 hours to the airport. So latest 4 a.m. we have to sit in the car, and that means standing up 3:30 a.m. something like that. And I don't know why we made this decision, but I know why we made this decision, because the early flights were much cheaper, and nowadays I have to have a look at the budget. So I take this pain of getting up that early. Yeah, you had to wake up 3:15 a.m. You were too early for the security check. Okay, yeah. So the aircraft you were flying with was the first one starting at the airport. No night flights, I think. Ah, it was way back from New Zealand. Okay. Have you been to Wellington when you were in New Zealand? That's a town where the people of your family are living? You lived there for 3 years. Okay. I didn't know exactly. You told sometime that you lived in France as a kid or a time in your life. and live now in Australia and in Auckland. Okay. But I didn't know if you personally lived some years in New Zealand in your life. Okay. Just okay. Here I have the vehicle I think about using here. Part building. In the time in my life when I made the plans, as I told before, or a lot of plans, one of my plans are one of my points on the bucket list that was not at the top, but in the top 10, I think, was making a journey to Australia and New Zealand. I don't know what I would like more. New Zealand is for me more the nature, the landscape is I think more like I really can enjoy, but I think Australia is as well so different and nice parts that I could not go to New Zealand. I could not do such a long flight to down under without having a look at both countries. And a friend of mine has made a big vacation for 1 year around the world, and she always told me that Australia and New Zealand are one of your favorite targets on that vacation. And she said to me, she was a little bit, what is the word? I have to look for it because I don't have another word in my head to describe it. Yeah, disappointed. Words like that don't come into my mind, so it means I have to end the stream in some minutes, I think. And yeah, she was a little bit disappointed from New Zealand. Yeah, she was absolutely stoked from Australia, but New Zealand, she was expecting more overwhelming landscapes. But she said, if you don't do a helicopter flight, it's in some parts not so different to some areas in Europe, the Alps or other areas. What do you say about that? Will I connect it with that? A little bit another way, but first everything here together. Do it the way. Ways to do things another way. Because you are less concentrated. Right time for brunch. Oh, I imagine that is a good idea. Don't under now. Yes. Right time to sleep, I think. That are really awake. Another way. I thank you very much, Maya, that you had some time to be with me in the stream. Otherwise, I hadn't made it until that time now, and I liked it to be like in a one-to-one with you, to have some talking, and yeah, have a great Sunday. Enjoy your brunch, and have a nice time. We see again in one of our streams, I think. Bye. Completely around the house. The house. Another point. Perfect. And the network. Do it. No. Going up. Okay. Going on here. There we go. only going. Nine heats. around the house. But we oop, go there. In this. No. Right. Array. Not raisable. Not raisable. Edge network there. One. Oops. First, a bit darker contrast. Don't. So when I see that, oh, oh no, they're kidding. Not raisable, they are viewable. Then these. Ah, okay. Okay. Oh. Okay, I think I have to stop now. That.